Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Life, Beauty, and Inspiration. It is your girl, Keemah.G. Who else would it be? I am back again this week with another video, and this video is titled, When Someone Hurts You. I learned 3 things about hurt, and I want to share it with you guys, and one of those things includes what I did after somebody hurt me, which I have spoken about on this channel before. So before I get started with those 3 things, I'm just going to ask whoever's here for the first time, go ahead, join my community that I'm trying to build here on YouTube and hit the subscribe button, and you can check out my videos every single week. I drop a video and I share a part of my journey, and sooner or later I'm going to be sitting down and having conversations with people. So I really want to take you guys along this journey and just with me as I build this community and this platform. So yeah, give me a subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and let's get into the video. So I've learned 3 things when someone hurts you. Let me start with number 1, forgive them. We've heard this so many times. Like, we've seen this on Instagram quotes, we've heard maybe something on YouTube about forgiveness, but forgiveness is really to set ourselves free from the situation. It liberates us. The second reason why forgiveness is just, I think, so important is because it not just only liberates us, but it also liberates the person. So sometimes people don't intentionally want to hurt you. You know, sometimes, like, we know they're hurting from a place of hurt, you know, and then, you know, when you let them know, you understand, sometimes they feel guilty, sometimes they feel ashamed of their behavior. And for us to release them, we have to forgive them. You know, because we don't want to hold the guilt or the shame over their head because of what they did at a place when they were not their best, you know? So I think it's very important for the other person as well, because it sets them free. The second thing that I learned when someone hurts you is that some hurt is intentional and some hurt is unintentional. And once that's determined, it really helps me to understand if I can move forward in a relationship with that person or friendship or whatever the case may be. And let me explain. I believe that intentional hurt is done from a place of entitlement, and I don't give a shit about anybody because I get what I want all the time, because that's maybe the way I grew up. And it has to do with your upbringing. And for me, that type of intentional hurt and dismissal, to not care about another person's feelings, for me, that's an indication that that person has taken no ownership. They don't care to take ownership. And for me, it's like, okay, so you intentionally had this behavior to come for me. Okay, so you could stay over there, you know? That will never rekindle a friendship. I'll pray for that person and then I'll move on. You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, when I was talking about forgiveness, I had spoken about unintentional hurt, you know, caused towards a person. And many times that's caused from a place where another person's hurting, you know? And I believe that it's okay to restart that relationship with a person if that person could clearly understand what they did and they take full ownership and they want to be a better person. You know, that doesn't mean that maybe you're going to be as close as you were, but you don't necessarily have to, you know, separate the relationship completely. I remember a couple of weeks ago, several weeks ago, I had called the person and I said, you know, certain things that you had did really kind of bothered me, you know what I'm saying? And it really hurt me in certain ways. And that person could not receive it. And, you know, that person didn't even remember some of the things that I had brought up that that person had did. And that let me know, I'm like, nah, that's not an intentional hurt. That's unintentional. That person was hurting. You know what I'm saying? And because they were hurting, they were blinded by anything else that they may have been doing to hurt somebody else. And sometimes we're all in those situations where we're in a broken place and we don't know how much our brokenness has spilled over on somebody else, you know? So for me, in that situation, you know, it wasn't received well in the beginning. But then after, I guess the person sat on it and they called me back, or they messaged me back and apologized. And in that moment, I said, you know, even if the person didn't receive everything I wanted to say, I know that that person was in a place where they wished at that moment they could have been better because they didn't really want to hurt me. So for me, I'm a little teary-eyed. For me, I feel that that's an unintentional hurt, and that's ownership, and that's definitely, it's always going to be forgiving, and intentional or unintentional, but that relationship could be salvaged because that person wants to improve and I want to improve, and I'm not perfect. So I'm not going to be holding you on a cross knowing that I have done my fair share of mistakes as well. But I think it's all about, understanding, comprehension, and just ownership, And the final thing that I have learned when someone hurts you is to address it right away. Do not carry away those feelings and then start acting different. When you feel, even if you overthought it, even if your feelings are not accurate to the situation, you know what I'm saying? And you're being maybe too sensitive, because sometimes we do, and we overthink things based on our own thought process. Let's be honest. But I have learned that anytime someone hurt me, or I feel like someone's hurting me, or I'm hurt by a situation, not to wait weeks and months to say, oh, you did this. No, I ain't got time for that. Nip it right in the butt, because one, communication is what saves relationships. I learned this from my own past relationships and friendships. And on that journey to, becoming and healing, I learned that sometimes I didn't effectively communicate things with people. And instead of me communicating, I acted a little different, So I'm being honest. Don't judge me for it. But I have learned that when someone hurts me, to address it right away. And don't try and, don't try and run from it, Nail it right in the butt. Go straight up to the person and just be like, hey sis, can I talk to you for a minute? I may be overthinking a little, but my feelings are a little hurt by something that you did. And I feel that the more that I do that on this journey where I'm at right now in my life, it's great with relationships. I got one more story to tell you about that, about addressing somebody when they do something to hurt you. One time, me and my very close friends, I'm not gonna tell you the full story, she had left my place, and I was just like, she looked so salty, and it kind of hurt my feelings, but I was just like, let me wait to see if she's gonna call me when she gets home. She didn't call. Waited the next day, and usually that's what we do. If she's going back home, she'll call me and be like, hey girl, I got home, da-da-da-da. Whole week, I said by Friday, if she don't call me, I'm gonna call her, And I called her and I said, I just feel like you left and there was something different, and it kind of hurt my feelings. I don't know if I hurt your feelings. And I did wait 5 days, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I mean by nipping it in the butt. Take a couple of days to think about it, because maybe you're overthinking. But I said, by this day, I'm going to call her. And from that day, when we had that conversation, I think that it was such a pivotal moment in our friendship that we got even closer to this day. And all because I said, it kind of bothered me and it hurt me. I don't know if you're hurt, but let's have this conversation. So that's it. Hurt is real, it's a real feeling. We get hurt. Sometimes we hurt, but it's important that we forgive, it's important that we address it. And it's important that, we decide how we're going to move forward when we're the person that's subjected to the hurt, and that's what helps us to create healthier relationships with people. So I'm going to leave it there because I'm getting a little excited right now, and I just want to go all over the place because that's how I am, a firecracker. But I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I'm hoping that whoever is hurt right now, and whoever is contemplating or not sure on how to address it, or they're just stuck in their hurt, I hope that this video can really pull you to a better understanding on your own journey. So, as always, guys, as always, stay fly, stay focused, stay fabulous, stay godly, stay prayed up, stay all the way up, and have yourselves a great day. Mwah.